Hey guys, what's up? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can become a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Minnesota. Now, you might be thinking, well, maybe right now the market's shifting. Maybe it's not a good time to get into real estate. Maybe I should wait. But honestly, my thoughts are if you are interested in becoming a real estate agent, it's something that you've been thinking about for a while, and you want to give it a try, now is the perfect time because the sooner you become a licensed agent, the sooner you can start getting experience, getting some deals together, learn about the industry and how to be a great agent. So if you're thinking about it, just go for it, sign up for the courses and do it. But in this video, we're going to talk about what the steps are. So let's go check those out. All right, so here we are. This is a great article that goes through the steps, and I'm going to go through them and kind of give you some insights and share some information as well, so that this could be as valuable and helpful for you. So the first thing to look at is the requirements. So you have to be at least 18 years of age. Now, some quick facts that are interesting. So the average Minnesota real estate agent salary, according to Indeed, is about $83,000 per year. Obviously, there's some agents that make less. There's some that make way more. If you're curious to know how much I made in my first year and then the next 7 years as a real estate agent, check out this video up here and you'll be able to get more insights. But again, it all depends on your goals, how much time you want to spend selling real estate, and what you're happy with. There's agents that are happy making $60,000 a year. There's agents happy making 100. There's agents that want to make 500 or even $1 million. So it all depends on what your goals are and the time you want to spend on it, right? How long does it take to get a real estate agent license? So most agents spend about 20 hours per week on coursework, so it could take you about 3 to 4 weeks. It took me longer because I had a full-time job, and at that in 2015 when I became licensed, I had other things going on, and we were going out and having fun and all that. So it took me longer than I wanted to, but I got it done. So you can do it as quickly as you would like, or take some time, that's okay too. So the first step is you have to complete 90 hours of approved pre-licensing education. Now, there's different course providers out there. So I used Kaplan when I got my license in 2015, and I really liked it. It was all so it's 90 hours. The first 30 hours, or the first course, I did it in person. So I went there, I think 2 weekends in a row. I went to Bloomington in person, took it there, and I thought that was really good. I think that portion of the course is nice to be in person or live, in a live environment. And then the two other courses, so the two other 30-hour courses, those I did online, and I enjoyed it. So I really like Kaplan because they use a lot of video. There's some other companies like the CE Shop, and then I think there's Continuing Ed Express, and I'll have links to all these companies below the video so that you can check those out. But anyway, so you have to take 3 classes that are 30 hours each, and that's 90 hours. After you take the first course, then you qualify to take the national and state exam. So that's just something that you should know, because oftentimes agents have questions like, hey, do I have to take all 3 courses before I take the exam? But the answer is after course 1 that you can take the exam. So that's step 2. Sorry, I got ahead. So pass the course final exam. So after you complete each of the courses, you'll have to take a final exam, and then the minimum passing score is 75%. And these exams have to be taken with in the presence of a proctor. So that could be like, you could be doing it online, and there could be kind of someone watching you online, making sure that you're taking the test and following the rules to take the test, or it could be live in person. So those are kind of the options. And the third step is you have to pass the Minnesota real estate examination. So again, if you take course 1, then you can sit for the exam. And there's two exams. There's like the national and then the state one, right? The test is going to be 130 question test, which again is both general and state requirements. You will have 4 hours to take the exam, 2.5 hours for the general portion, and then 1.5 hours to complete the state portion. If I remember correctly, the national or general portion, they call it, that one's going to be more questions. It's going to be more understanding, kind of like the general terms of the material. And then the state portion is going to be less questions, and it's going to be, I thought it was more kind of like just basically like memorizing a lot of the information that is more specific to Minnesota. And again, I took the course through Kaplan, and I had no issue. I was fortunate, I guess. I passed it the first time. I did spend a lot of time studying, reviewing, really trying to understand the material, even though in real life, when you're licensed, a lot of the things you learn aren't applicable necessarily for you to be like a successful agent. So even if you struggle with the test, even if you have to take it multiple times, don't let that discourage you, because that's not correlated with you being a great agent or not. I'm sure there's people that passed it the first time and they're maybe not, you know, the best agents, or so don't worry too much about that. Just learn as much as you can, understand as much as you can. You know, some of it is helpful but most of what you have to learn to be a successful real estate agent, you learn through experience, through coaching, through working with great other agents and a broker. Now, if you're curious to learn about 5 skills that will make you a great real estate agent, make sure you watch this video here above. Okay, so you pass the real estate examination. The next step is selecting a sponsoring broker. So, you know, from when you start the course or before that, or as you're getting close to it, you can start talking to different real estate companies, brokers. My goal is to make a video with more details on how to choose, you know, a great broker and what makes a great broker. So stay tuned to that. If you're finding this valuable, I post content every week. Please subscribe, and that way you won't miss any videos. But basically, you want to work with someone, with a broker that's going to give you support, communication, that's going to give you the resources for you to be successful, right? So that'll be important, and that's the 4th step. And once you pick a broker, then that broker is going to sit down with you, and him or her gonna do an application, so that way, you know, you can become licensed and you can start, you know, practicing as a real estate agent, right? So let's review real quick all the steps again. So the first step is you have to take, you know, the 3 courses that are 30 hours each, so 90 hours of approved pre-licensing education. After you pass each of those courses, or after you complete them, you're gonna have an exam that you have to take that's proctored, and you have to pass each of those exams with at least a 75% score or higher, and you'll get a certificate for each of the 3 courses. Now, after you pass the first course, then you can take the Minnesota real estate examination, which is 130 questions. It's made up of 2 portions, the general and the state. And then once you pass that, you will get 2 certificates of each course that you passed. All right. And then, so basically you're going to have 3 certificates for the course, and then 2 certificates for the general and the state exam. So make sure you save those on a file on your computer, because then once you figure out who your broker is going to be and you select them, they're going to need those documents. They'll ask for your social security. There's some questions in an application you have to fill out so that you can become a licensed real estate agent. From the time the broker applies for your license to the time that you become a licensed real estate agent, from my experience, I've seen it be within a week, maybe a little more, just depends on how busy they are. Now let's talk about what the cost is to get licensed, right? So here I have for Kaplan, which is again is what I used when I became a licensed real estate agent. If you want to do the complete like package, and this would be, there's the live online package, it's $899. They offer a career launcher where they provide more information and more resources, and so that's a little more money. I don't know if that's worth it or not, but you can kind of look at the details and see if that's something you're interested, if you have the budget to pay for that. If not, I think if you do the $899, you would be fine. And then if you want to do the on-demand version, so this would just be online on demand anytime that you want to, you know, take the course and watch lessons, that one's $729. And then if you do the career launcher, it's $929. So if you're looking for something affordable, I would say this $729 one is probably the best one. Now let's take a look at the CE shop, which is more training where you basically just read. I don't believe there's many, if any, like videos from what I've heard. And I do my continuing education through the CE shop because it's just cheaper, and after a couple years in real estate, all the continuing ed is very similar, so you kind of just, you know, you don't have, at least for me, I don't have to watch videos for that. I can just read things. But I think there's a lot of value in having the videos and seeing the instructors explain things. And I don't know, I guess I'm a visual person, but let's look at the CE shop now, what the price is for them. All right, so here we are at the CE shop. So they have a couple different options. So they have the standard package, which includes exam prep, or the value package, which talks about building your business, and a premium package. So they all include the 90 hours. There's an exam prep, Edge, National, and Minnesota. So that's including the standard package and all the other ones. There's a pass guarantee, which basically, so yeah, it sounds like if you don't pass the exam, then you get some sort of reimbursement of the costs of the initial licensing exam. So, well, that's good. I'm sure you're gonna pass the first time, but if not, I guess it's nice to have a guarantee. There's all packages include the following features: so a business ebook written by the experts, some career resources, downloadable resources, flashcards, flashcards, etc., study schedule. But the most important thing here is the pricing, right? So if you look here, the best price is this $554. There's one for $584, and then there's one that's $666.75. So obviously this one will be a lot cheaper than Kaplan, but if you're a visual learner and you don't want to, you know, or maybe English is not your first language and you kind of want to see someone like live or someone via video, I think Kaplan might be better. But again, depends on your budget, what you are used to. That's how you'll pick whichever course works for you. Now let's take a look at Continuing Ed Express and see what they charge. All right, so here we are at continuingedexpress.com. So if you look here, they have kind of the pricing broken down by the courses and exam prep, but they say here that you receive a $75 discount when you purchase all 5 courses offered for the salesperson real estate license. For course 1, exam prep, flashcards, course 2 and 3, a total cost is $579 for all 5 courses, a $654 value. So again, more similar to the CE shop. So, you know, I guess I just wanted to show this in case you kind of want to have some different options. And again, I'll have links for all this, companies and programs. Let me know what questions you have in the comments below. I will make another video talking about what you need to do if you want to become a licensed real estate broker. So again, subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all these videos, and reach out to me anytime you want. Thank you so much for watching.